That hurts. You get that fishing pole, you're like, yes, I can fish. I can try to get something, and you get a shield fish.
Normally you're like, oh, hey, a shield fish, and you're kind of excited. I got some extra shields, how fast you could use it. But in that situation, the very rare situations, you would rather a flop or even a macro or something to try to get it, as Gosh and Sharp trying to get aggressive. They want those eliminations. They want to take one less team out of this lobby. Logjam, Lumberyard, a couple teams landing here, a couple teams rotating through as well, so they need to be careful. Salco, 5th place, Clay, on the bubble. Mojo is out. Talk about pressure.
It is, and can they clutch up? This could be the solo clutch that we've been watching. It may not be a solo clutch for Victor out, but a solo clutch for the overall placement.
Depending on if you got the card as well, this could be what we are looking for, as he's just trying to create some space. He heard all the shots going down. He saw all the action around him. So many teams kind of going in towards Logjam, not around it, but they're actually going in to try to get those eliminations. That is the pressure that we keep talking about. 2 different ways to qualify. You either get the last victory royale here in our final game of the day, or you get enough points to jump into the top 6. And with our 5th place team down to just a solo, anything is possible.
And that's the best thing about Fortnite and competitive Fortnite. At the end of the day, it truly is anybody's game. They have the ability to see their destiny in front of them. Like you said, they're holding it, but can they finish it?
I like this. I like this for Zays in combat. They've been playing so well towards the end game. They've been making it there almost every single time, and that's the thing. They just know they need to make it past this mid game. And things just turn on for a lot of duos, a lot of teams. Once you reach that end game, it's a lot more fun to play, so you kind of practice it a little bit more, and so you kind of get that muscle memory. You know exactly what to do, and that's why this team is trying to position themselves as far into the zone as they can without taking too much damage, without making themselves a target, so that way they can play for that end game. And one of those teams, talk about solo clutch, Bolts almost clutched up big last game.
6th place. It's looking like that average 115 points again. That's for the semifinals. Is going to hold. They're trying to make their rotation. They have to hop out of the vehicle. Landjock and Punisher again. 1st place overall. If they go out now, they'd be right on that 115 bubble. They want to secure that qualification again just by staying up, trying to get that guzzle juice, but not able to do so as that railing's going to be on the other side. They're going to have to shoot it down. They'll get the med kit and the guzzle juice just fine. Both of them using it there, and good overall usage. You know, the initial play, not the best, but they ended up getting the guzzle juice.
Yeah, what a blessing, though. These guys have been playing that slow and steady game. And that's what I like, because throughout the opens, throughout the qualifiers, you got to change up your game a little bit. There's so many different formats, so many different ways to go. Same thing here with different ways to qualify, but for them, they're playing the smart game no matter how many ways to qualify. They're playing almost as if they're already in the finals, and they're in 1st place. You got to imagine if they were there, they got to be sitting pretty confident as can be, but so many teams on the bubble here around this, Bolt being one of them. This is going to be very, very concerning for somebody if they don't pull zone.
This is one of those ones where it's just, you look at the zone and you're like,
what do we do?
Oh no, yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're sitting there like, what do we do? What are we gonna do? Because at this moment, you're trying to sit there on that edge, look for any sort of reprieve. The players that do have the Spider-Man gauntlets, you're looking like, okay, maybe they can web here, web there, trying to make their way on in. But zone, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I think it's gonna pull to the northeast or to that northwest to try to make it very hard for these players on this south side to rotate through, because knowing Fortnite zone, it likes to make things a little bit difficult. And in all honesty, that's just gonna make this end game that much more competitive.
Yep. Especially for some of these teams, they might want to think of a little bit of an exit strategy. That's why for a lot of these teams, if you're kind of new at home, they're peeking through the cones because they're trying to just gather as much information as possible. And what you're trying to do with that information is prepare for every possible zone pull. So that way, when the zone finally does, you're not thinking right here when your time is on the clock. You have to make a move. And Clay, Some of these teams might want to take a page. You called this one right almost a dead center as you knew it was going to pull north. You knew we were going to see some action with teams on the bubble going to be in the thick of that action.
Fortnite is rewarding it. And look at Salco. Salco is just sitting in the open behind a timber tree and it's just chilling.
Just a tree.
He is just sitting there.
He has zone to his back. He has nothing to worry about. He's just, hey guys, I'm just gonna wait for everybody to begin to rotate forward. I'm gonna either recycle some jump pads or recycle a lot of these builds that are gonna be forced to be used because he's that far back. But at the same time, I'm talking about the positives, the negative. Somebody at a moment's notice could turn around, make him a target, and end his qualifying run here on Friday.
I mean, when I saw Salco sitting there, the only thing that popped into my head was don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. He's just sitting there singing that to himself in his head over and over, just making sure, hey, no one see me, please, please, nobody see me. I want to make that rotation come through. Look at Punisher and Landjack on the bottom right there, your first place, Moose and Aiden on the bottom left, second place. I think that's going to be Clutch and Smuck there, seventh place, I believe, currently, again, bubbled. They have to make a great play. They have to qualify through consistency or to go for that victory royale. They can do it. Again, like you said, 20 points on average is very easy to get for a lot of these high players. They are used to getting in this in-game top 5 as we see combat going down to Aiden Salco. No, is barely gonna get into zone before he goes down. They were waiting for him. Crimson 5th place from Salco. And Jacob, I don't think it's going to hold.
Too many teams in the bubble, this being one of them. 5th place is out, 4th place is out. This one is definitely getting intense. Going down to the wire, Aiden and Moose moving into first place as well, taking that one away.